Yes, sir.
All right, welcome back to the It's Only Basketball podcast. We got Mr. CEO, Mr. Banks, Mr. Mavi
Yes,
Banks.
sir. Yes, sir.
Come on, bro. You gotta keep a straight face, bro. And then we got
All right, my
Mr.
fault.
VP, Mr. Meezus in the house tonight.
Okay, you
Yes,
heard?
sir.
Mr. Meezus Armeezy. And then my boy, myself, Mr. Prophet himself, Mr. No
Man
Handout.
of Jesus.
Ready to do another podcast for you guys. Special edition from your boy Truly. Marv, take it away.
Sir, so like he stated, there's only basketball podcast where we only talk about basketball. We got a few interesting topics that we're gonna get into. This one's gonna be a little short and sweet. We got some things to do. Initially, we're going to speak about who we got as the favorites coming into the season, and then we're going to discuss who we got in our top 10, top 20, and we might even go to top 30 players coming into the year and who we deciding to look out for. But before we get into that, shout out to our sponsors, Grip Spritz. If you need traction on any court, anywhere, any place, anytime, grab yourself some Grip Spritz. If you're looking to have high quality, high level basketball being played, but you somehow finding that you're slipping all around the court, grab yourself some Grip Spritz. With the upcoming high school season, the AAU bundle is $29.95. Check the link tree in the IG Love of the G bio, and you can find yourself the Grip Spritz link to get yourself some other products. Now, with that being said, uh, start us off, Armeezy. Who you believe is going to be this season's favorites coming into 2025? Just like who we got as the favorites, like the teams. Who we got winning the
Oh,
chip
team
this
wise?
season? Yes, sir.
Uh, honestly, I see either the Timberwolves or low key the Nuggets, bro. Like I see Jokic coming to get that ring, man. He's been showing up for the last 3 years, and he's been showing out for the last 3 years, and it's just like the Nuggets are very hard to beat in reality. So I see the Nuggets honestly getting a ring, and or like I said, the Timberwolves, because Ant is very, very, very determined to get that ring. Because especially considering the fact that man said he get a ring, he's literally going to the NFL, and I believe him. So
Uh, Marv, go ahead if you got any.
Yeah,
Any of your
my favorite
favorites.
for the West is Nuggets as well for the same reasons I'm on listed. Obviously, my boy Russ on the team as well. I feel like he's going to be a great addition to their bench.
hmm
So Nuggets is a key team to watch this year. I also would throw OKC in there as well because I think they got a whole bunch of young talent. The boys know how to hoop. They know how to play together. Shea is that man. So it's going to be real interesting to see where things shake up in the West. For the East, I did have Philly originally before the season started, but as of tonight, the way Boston looks, yeah, I think Boston may just end up coming out the East again. Sadly,
absolutely, absolutely.
sadly.
There, nobody's stopping
Um,
Boston.
I mean, for me at least, um, as far as the favorites overall, I think I like the Bucks with Damian Lillard, and then
And they
just
stay
off
healthy.
of pure, just I'm just saying, just I like the Bucks. I like Dame, and I like the Giannis pairing. They updated their roster. There's no more Pat Bev, unfortunately. I like Pat Bev. But
Yeah,
I think
Pest.
just what they're trying to do, less people needing the ball, less discourse going on, a whole season under Dame's belt, him being settled. I think we might see a return to form. He might average 28 a game this season instead of 24, and be able to play off of Giannis better. I think that's the pivotal thing because even when you look at when he was talking to Jeff Teague on his pod, on his personal experience with Giannis, or just being the point guard there, and even Jeff experienced it too. That's like even though Giannis is the four, he's like a perimeter guy. So having to give the ball up to someone as frequently as you do as a guard can kind of disturb your flow. Like you might not need to shoot 20 times, but you need those 20 touches. Like I had the option to shoot and I turned it down to like kind of get a feel. And Dame used to having the ball like all the time, like even if he not shooting it, like he still touches it, and that is crucial for a shooter to kind of maintain their touch. Um, and so we like he performed better when Giannis went in the lineup than when he wasn't. Like than when he was. A lot of the big games he had previous season, them 30-point games, shooting them bombs from three. A lot of that came when Giannis was off the floor. So, but I think they're going to be my favorite. I want to say my number two would be. Um, this is going to be biased too.
Oh
I'm gonna
God.
go with if Jimmy G Buck is healthy, I'm going with the Heat number two. Because listen, hear me out though, because when you look at what they accomplished, the last time Jimmy Butler was healthy in the playoff run, they went to the finals.
And they got cooked by
Thank you for
Brown
addressing
Brown.
that. Thank you for addressing that.
I'm just saying,
That
the
boy got to
last
be
time he
healthy.
was healthy, last time he was healthy in the playoffs, they beat the Celtics. They were up 3-0 on the Celtics, the same Celtics that won the chip, up 3-0 on them. You know what
He
I'm saying?
35 this year, ain't
I'm just saying it's Jimmy G all the way.
Man, yeah,
And
he a
I
little bit
and
old, huh?
I'm just saying. And then my third, it wouldn't be OKC because I do think they're still young. So it have to be one of those older teams. West is kind of tricky, but I want one team out of the West. So I won't go with the Nuggets. I'll go with who's out there? Not
You
the
got
Pales.
you
Not the
got
Pales.
LA.
Right.
he? No.
Nah,
I
nah,
don't
nah,
know,
nah,
bro.
nah.
I don't know. I don't
It's
know.
really a toss,
I
bro.
like
It's really a
the pickup
toss.
with Dalton Connect for sure.
Oh,
That's my
he's a
favorite though.
dog. He's a dog. He's getting rookie of the year. I don't care.
Yeah. When we pan into Ricky discussion, Dalton Connect, boy.
Yeah, he's getting rookie.
My heart got me saying Phoenix, but
I
I'm
can
not
see why. I can
like
see
I'm
why.
not, but like it's hard to believe in Phoenix at the
D
moment.
Book and KD gonna go off, but it's like when it comes to playoffs, they're probably not gonna show up as much.
Well, I like Bradley Beal.
He's not gonna show up in
Bradley
playoffs.
Bill's never
Yes, he
healthy.
is.
And
I'm just
that's
saying
the game.
I like Brad Beal
I do
personally.
too
Like I
though.
like
Bradley Bill's nice when he's healthy,
Yeah,
I
when he's
like
healthy,
Bradley
he's
Beal.
nice. But when
but he was
as
still
soon as
getting
you
cooked
see
by
the
Ant Man
slightest
last year.
injury,
I don't
yeah,
care
he's
about
not.
him getting cooked. He's
He was
six
getting cooked
three.
better.
Ant's like bigger, stronger, faster.
He's
Like
getting
Man.
cooked.
I don't care about him getting cooked by Ant when he has two other guys that he can go to. Like Ant not guarding Bill.
Are you
Like
sure
it's not
about that one?
happening. I'm
Sure about that
100%
one?
sure.
Did you see what he did to the Nuggets,
What they got to do with
Yeah,
Bradley
you see what he
Bill?
did to Jalen Brunson?
That's not Bradley
bro?
Bill. You know the most. You know, before that previous season, we experienced the guard with the most dunks over like I think like a 5 year span was Bradley Bill. For what we saying,
That got to do with
like he's
anything.
not.
What's that got to do with
It's a nod to his athleticism. It's a nod to his ability to drive the basketball. Like he's not Jalen Brunson. Jalen
Okay,
Brunson is 6 foot and uses his body and strength to get to where he need to go. If you body up and wall up against Jalen Brunson, you will have a chance. That's why you put a
okay,
bigger defender on him. I can't remember the other person he referenced, but again, I'm gonna reference Jamal Murray because he's similar to Jalen Brunson. That's a similar mode. They don't have necessarily the athleticism that Anthony Edwards have. They use their skill, they use pick and rolls, they probe, shooting ability, things like that. When it comes to Bradley Beal, he has a mix of everything. He's basically like him and Jason Tatum play the same way, almost because they had the same trainer. They came from the same area. They look very similar. Just that Bradley Beal is 6'3", and Jason Tatum is like 6'8". But when it comes to the twitchiness, how he creates a separation, to me at
Bradley
least,
Bill is elite creating separation. I'll say that.
that's what I'm saying. Like the starts, the
when
stops.
he's healthy?
But that's what we're saying though, because that's what we're saying. Anthony Edwards guarding Bradley Beal, like you I don't. To me, I don't think he can stick Bradley Bill 1-on-1. Like Bradley Bill is like really like that.
He most definitely can if he really wanted
I don't
to.
know
I'm
about
just
that
saying.
one,
Ain't
buddy.
no if he really wanted
I'm
to.
about to
Bradley
say
Bill is
if
like
he
that.
really wanted to,
You don't just average 30 in the league 2 years in a row if you're not like that. Like
if Anthony Edwards really wanted to stop him, he would. They
that
didn't think he was
ain't
gonna do
no
that.
ain't no when you step
He
on the
would
floor,
pick all of them
you
up.
want to stop the person you're guarding when you step on the floor. Ain't no when you really want to.
And what do you think he
Because
did to
he really
Jamal Murray?
he really wanted to stop Kyrie Irving, but he ain't stopped Kyrie Irving. Like
Honestly, the only person I say Ant can have problems with defensively is Luca. Everybody else though,
Everybody has problems with
Kyrie
him.
cooked him.
I mean, he was tired,
Not
bro.
that.
Every single time Ant
He,
got
why
switched
you know
on
why he
Kyrie,
was
he was
tired?
just getting done guarding Luca.
Nah, man, he was
Literally.
tired.
Literally.
He literally apologized to Kyrie after the series
Oh
because
yeah.
he called him out. And Kyrie schooled him professionally. And I'm saying this because right, you got to link it. The play style basically based off skill, making tough shots. In a similar way, Bradley Beal gets to his spots and hoops. And in fact, like I just said, Bradley Beal done average more than Kyrie. Kyrie ain't touched the ceiling of scoring that Bradley Beal did. Like that's what I'm saying. Bradley Beal really like that.
Bradley Bill was on the
Also
Wizards.
sold me last year.
I'm saying that's the point. That's even more of a nod to his ability to score because he still maintained good efficiency with everybody. Like you basically Jordan
He had no
Poole in Bradley
choice.
Bill's shoes. Jordan Poole in Bradley Bill's shoes, 39%, 20% from three, like something crazy. So it's not like it's with all the defensive attention on him. And I'm saying Bradley Beal and Washington had a lot of defensive attention on him. So for you to go out on good efficiency, averaging 30, that's not an easy feat. Otherwise, everybody would do it because it ain't a Stackhouse 30. Stackhouse shot 30 shots to get 30 when he did it. You know what
I
I'm
had the
saying? He
honor to
was,
see Bradley Bill play here in person against the Pacers, and he dropped 50 that night. So I agree with what you're saying. I agree with what you're
okay
saying.
then.
I
And
just
not guarding him.
disagree. Ant Man can guard him.
No, man. I'm
That's
telling you, Bradley
just
Beal too nice. Now, Ant-Man will cook him for sure,
he'll guard him too.
but he
He'll
not.
guard him too.
He
You
not.
do realize Ant Man literally will guard the best player on every team, or
Just
one of
because
the best,
you can guard them and
and
not
knock them up.
lock them down.
He held Jamal like to like nine
If
Bro,
bro
games.
gets
stop
inched off the jump
referencing
shooting,
Jamal Murray.
He's one of their best players.
Bro, Jamal eats off the pick and roll. Jamal is not an explosive athlete. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Jamal
So
eats
we're
off
gonna
a
disagree.
skill. What
he
do you
got a point.
mean?
He got a point there.
Man, I guess, bro.
He got a
He's
point
not an
there.
explosive athlete like that. The Anthony Edwards is literally the specific kind of player that will slow a Jamal Murray down. Like the specific type of and Jamal was if I'm gonna even say why Bradley Bill could eat and Jamal was struggling against Anthony Edwards is because Jamal was also hurt during that series. He got hurt, like I think game 2 or game 3. So and he played with that injury and still was trying to perform. So it's like he's already not like that fast. Like he's a 6'4", 6'5" point guard that ain't very fast. And you got an athletic Michael Jordan type athlete guarding you like 75% of the floor. Bro, come on. That's not Bradley Beal. He
Ant
ain't
Man's
Brad
locking
Beal. Man, Jamal Murray ain't never been Bradley Beal, man. He's never
Huh?
been Jamal Murray's never been Bradley
You,
Beal.
you just
And,
strictly talking off a scoring perspective, right?
Bro, we talking about
I
skill
mean,
perspective.
defensively, they're a wash. No, Jamal Murray was good until he tore his ACL, so he was a little better. But
His,
after that,
his IQ is still
you
there.
got to do it. I mean, there's nothing that Jamal Murray got that sticks out past Pauls. Sticks out past Bradley Beal. There's nothing because if you got Bradley Beal playing with Jokic, come on, bro.
I say he's a better facilitator. Brad
But
can
that's not even
set his
That
true.
teammates
that
up.
that
That's
what?
not even true. It's not even
That's
true.
most definitely true. I watched Bradley Bill
Jokic
on the
is the point.
Wizards
Jokic
when
is the
Russ was
point
there.
guard. Jokic is the point guard.
He can
And
be the
Okay,
point guard, but Jamal is still better facilitator than Bradley Beal.
Look
Like
at
He's
the
already
numbers,
my
proven
bro.
it.
point.
Look at the numbers, bro. Look at the numbers.
Eye
Look
test
at the
says
numbers.
everything. It's not just about the numbers
Look at
sometimes.
the number. Okay, so when Bradley Bill was in a similar position, having to facilitate as a point guard before he got moved and dealt to the Phoenix, he was averaging Jamal Murray numbers with Jamal Murray
Maybe,
touches
but
on better
um,
efficiency. Come on, man.
no, I don't think it's better. I don't the turnover ratio. I don't
We
think
could actually, bro. We
I
could
put
look it
Jamal
up.
on that.
We could look it up.
Go
I
ahead,
ain't got a cap.
fact check it.
We can look it up.
Fact check
We can look it
it.
up. I'm telling you, man. It's like,
I watched him on the Wizards. He had trouble setting his teammates up if the ball wasn't in Russ' hands. Russ was better facilitating for the Wizards that
Because
year.
Russ averaged a triple double with Wizards. Am I wrong?
that's Westbrook. He gonna always average a triple double if you give him
No,
the
he's
ball
not.
enough. If you give him the ball enough, he will. That's not even up for debate. He was flirting with a triple double when he was starting with uh
I'm just saying, like
the
that whole
Lakers.
year, it usually resulted in a turnover when Bradley Beal tried to set up a teammate, try to get
Man,
somebody the ball. I'm
man,
just
hold
saying,
on. Let me see.
if he
So
wasn't focusing
in
on
his
scoring
team
that
with
year,
the
the
win,
Wizards was cooked.
we're talking about 2020 or 2021.
I think it was 2020, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 2021.
When he was with the Wizards,
Yeah, it was a COVID year, right?
2021 is when he
No
was with the
fans.
Wizards. 2021, and Bill averaged 31, 4.4 assists, 4.7 rebounds
That's
as
that
the
Russ
shooting
effect.
guard of the team. It ain't
So
because the season prior, without Russ, he averaged 30 and 6 on 3.4 turnovers and 36 minutes a game. So he was responsible minimum for 42 points of Washington's offense. That's a lot of responsibility.
I mean, he had no choice but to have
I'm just saying
responsibility.
and for him to be the lone offensive weapon and still shoot 45 and 35. Come on, bro. And but we're gonna do assist to turnover ratio. So when he was like a point guard for Washington was 2022 or 2023, he averaged 6.6 assists with 3.4 turnovers. And then that following year, he averaged 5.4 assists on 2.9 turnovers, averaging 23 a game, shooting 50 and 36. And you go to Jamal Murray, yeah, buddy.
not terrible, not good either.
I'm saying 50 and 36 is efficient with 23 a game. With Murray as the guard for Denver in that same era, he averaged less assists and turnovers. And in 2020, so he averaged, I'm going to go from 2020. He averaged 4.8 assists on 2.2 turnovers, 4.8 assists on 2.2 turnovers. Uh, Last year he
Take care of the
averaged
ball.
in 2023 he averaged 6.2 assists on 2.2 turnovers and 6.5 assists on 2.2 turnovers on
Take care of the
20
ball.
points per game and 45-40 splits and 48-42 and a half splits. To me at
I don't
least,
know.
sound like Bradley Bill is that nigga. He ain't never touched Bradley Bill. 30
He
and
ain't never touched.
6.
Hey,
Never
he
touched it.
touched the
30 and
Kobe and Drew.
6. 30 and 6. 23
My point was
and
Bradley Bill
6.
is more turnover prone when he has to be the sole initiator of the offense. Put Jamal Murray in that spot.
But I'm
He
saying the
take care of it
argument
better.
for myself is that he is the lead guard, whereas Jamal Murray is the secondary option. See what I'm saying? Like if Jamal Murray was never in a Bradley Bill position to be a lead guard, he has Jokic he's falling back on and is piggybacking off of the production that Jokic provide, not getting as much attention. You know what I'm saying? Like whereas Bradley Beal, he's giving you 30 and 6 with just 3.4 turnovers. So that's a high ceiling, high value of production that Jamal Murray has never reached in his career. Like, and he always had Jokic. You know what I'm saying? Like Bradley Beal with Nikola, that's a different type of thing. I don't want to get into the what ifs, but when you're looking at my whole point is to get back to Phoenix having Bradley Beal as just their third option. You know what I'm saying? It makes me feel comfortable wanting to say that they the favorites coming out the
That's not
West.
that's not enough for the favorite title.
That's a favor for them to
Just
have
for my,
Presti.
because I got the Heat as number two coming out the East.
I mean, the Heat is more understandable than Phoenix. You talking about the West here?
But I'm saying you got Tyus Jones who can then be the point guard. You still have Nurkic, right? They address some of their front court issues, right? You still have Kevin Durant and you still have Devin Booker. You know what I'm saying?
Did
Who,
you
by all accounts, Devin Booker is ranked at least top three shooting guards in the league, and Kevin Durant is Kevin Durant. And
see
when
any
you
of these
couple
dudes
that,
defend?
I
Yeah,
mean,
anybody you just
they
named.
defend well enough.
That's
They defend
Well enough
well
ain't good enough.
enough.
what I
When
was
you
about to
gotta,
say in the West.
I mean,
It's
They
definitely
gonna
not finna cut
outscore
it in the
they
West.
everybody.
defend well enough, man. Cause look,
You
when the
you got them
Nets was
ahead
about
of
to make a,
Dallas,
yeah,
Memphis.
yeah,
And John's back.
yeah,
Like
And they got
it's
Marcus Smart.
yeah.
it's scattered over there. It's
It's
scattered over
I
looking
there in
agree.
the
I
West.
mean, it's hard to pick. It's hard to pick, but I'm a probably just stand on 10 toes and just be like, fluff it, Phoenix,
LA can
Phoenix.
even fall anywhere between all of that too.
I'm just saying, like, and if I'm gonna get real nasty, I'm gonna go Spurs.
That's crazy. The
They got
Spurs.
they got CP. They
That's
got
not
CP.
enough.
I'm gonna be honest with you. They have CP. That's all well and good. CP is going to get hurt like he
Do you
does
see their
every
roster?
year.
They got CP.
I'm not even concerned
Yeah,
about him
that's
getting hurt.
fine.
And they
The
got don't
Spurs
they
don't
got
I am
play
Trey Jones? They
together.
have
concerned.
Trey Jones coming off the bench.
I
The
am
Spurs
concerned he
don't
gets hurt
have
because every time he gets hurt, they don't do anything after
They
that.
got Trey Jones.
the Spurs don't play together as a team. Like they have
That's
chemistry
last year. We
issues.
talking about this year.
They still going, bro. You see what Harrison
They
Barnes did
got
in the
Chris
preseason?
Paul.
But he overlooked Wimby on a live. When Wimby he did a spin move baseline, perfect setup for a
Bro,
live. Harrison looked
people
at him.
gonna gas. People
He
gonna
looked at him and
gas it
then
all the
passed him the
time.
ball.
You're not gonna hit somebody all the time, bro. That don't make
He's
sense. I'm
seven
not about
five
to give.
or seven
I'm not.
four.
No, bro. Like
That's just the playbook.
He's a NBA champion. Been to the finals twice.
Who's an NBA
He
champion?
Harrison
Barnes.
Barnes.
I thought you about to say Chris Paul. I'm like, on what earth are you
No,
going?
I mean, but Chris Paul been to the finals. Greg
Chris
Popovich know what it's like. Chris
Chris
Paul
Paul
been to
has,
two Western Conference Finals,
and that man has never won a ring a day in his life.
but Harrison Barnes has.
And who did he win that with?
The Warriors.
And who are we
I'm
talking?
saying this could be OP. Like
No,
it could
it's
be
not. He's
OP,
almost
man. It
40.
could be OP, man. I'm telling you.
He's not
Feel
LeBron
like they'll be
James.
jockeying for the play-in, for the
Nah,
play-in.
bro,
Sure.
because it's Chris Paul, man. Chris
He's
Paul.
almost
Y'all,
40.
I agree, but Chris Paul with young rosters somehow
Okay.
become very
So
good teams. I don't know how.
if you're putting Phoenix and Spurs above some of the teams, you will put them over the Clippers since the
Nasty.
Clippers was fourth seed last year,
Nasty.
right? Do you think the Clippers are
Bro,
going to take a fall?
I'm saying
Somebody got to take a fall if you
Clippers
putting them
potentially
up
will take a fall.
Give me the Spurs.
But I'm saying
It's Chris
with Chris
Paul. We
Paul,
know.
with Chris Paul and Victor Wembanyama, and
Bro,
you have Devin Vassell. Like you got two wing players that was able to give you 20 a game with
Chris is
Victor
almost
Wembanyama.
40.
Vassell shot selection is like our
It's
boy,
But
horrible.
when you got Chris
number
Paul,
one.
he determines who get the ball. Like you got to look at it like this, bro. The Spurs was running Jeremy Sochan, who was a power forward at the point guard position. They were trying to lose last year. They were trying to lose. Like they was like Jeremy Sochan can't even dribble, and he was running the point. Right? He's
And
running the offense.
Oh,
So now we switch Jeremy Sochan back to his normal position so we can stick to being a similar player to Dennis Rodman. You still have solid wings that can score the basketball around a Victor Wembanyama. This is going to be similar, in my opinion. This is going to be similar to the outlook you had with the Orlando Magic with the Dwight Howard because they're going to want Rimby at the five, right? And then you're going to spread the floor out with guys who can space. Jeremy Sochan may cluster it up a little bit, but he probably will come off the bench and be like Michael Cooper for Showtime Lakers. And at that point, you still got Chris Paul. Old or not, it's Chris Paul. Off the
okay.
bench with the Warriors, he was giving you 9 and 7. Off the bench.
My
9 and 7.
my point is, this is the West. Like I'm forgetting about teams like the Rockets. They got Sengun.
Like,
Nice.
I
bro, the
like
That
the
was
Rockets.
y'all year
Rockets.
before he got
That
hurt.
would have been if I'm gonna pick a nasty pick. If it ain't the Spurs, it would have been the Rockets because I like Fred Van Vliet. like,
I'm
but I,
saying
I I
this
trust
team
Chris Paul
stacked
more.
over there for the
I don't.
Spurs.
I agree, but don't nobody have an answer for Wimbenyana.
Bro,
I agree with you there.
You know what I'm
Chris
saying?
Paul is 40.
And if you want to get nasty with it, you can run a lineup with Victor at the three. Now you can run a big lineup. Like that can transcend everything. If you want to get real crazy, run Victor at the one. Fluff it. Run him at the one. He can bring the
And yeah,
ball down. He brings the ball down. He brought the ball down last year. Run him at the one. It's over with.
he ran the one at last year, and look what their record ended up being.
Bro, did you not just hear me say Jeremy Sochan was running point guard?
Bro,
They didn't
you
play. They had a point guard in Trey Jones, who was Tyus Jones' little brother.
I
They
know
are the
exactly what
same
they.
kind of. They got the same kind of game. If they would have played Trey Jones, they would have won a lot more games. They needed a point guard on the floor, and not only do you have one point guard, you got two with Chris Paul. And if Chris Paul fall, you have a Tyus Jones carbon copy. Tyus Jones is one of the best backup point guards in the league. Trey Jones
Yeah,
has
that's
that kind of
Tyus. We
ceiling
talking
to
about
him.
Trey.
But I'm saying Trey Jones is a similar player, similar height,
Similar,
similar
but he ain't
build.
Tyus.
I'm
Oh my
saying
mama,
if you
he ain't tired.
if he at least 85% of Tyus Jones to back up Chris Paul, which he gonna get better because he's with Chris Paul, in my
You got a
opinion,
point.
they like bro, they made the moves that make sense. And at the end of it all, what
Chris Paul still ain't
Western
getting there.
Conference coach is on the level of Greg Popovich? You have Ty Lue.
Keep going.
I'm asking. I'm asking you. I know one for sure. It's Ty Lue. Who else? Who else is on the level of
Great
Greg
Western Conference
Popovich?
coaches. That's what you talk about
Who's
right
on the level of Greg Popovich?
Why is Ty Lue on that list?
Ty Lue's like
Tyler's a
that.
Tyler's a great coach. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, he's like that.
He's a great
And if
coach.
you and if you say Ty Lue
What
ain't
has he done
ain't
after
with
the post LeBron era?
what you mean?
He won the chip in
Ty,
Cleveland. What has Tyronn Lue
who
done?
who who who? I do it like this, bro. Who was NBA 15 greatest coaches?
I'm not gonna lie. I can't take
Hold
that
on
away
there.
from Tyler.
Who was on NBA? I hope Ty Lue
Ty
wasn't in it.
Lue should have did more with the Clippers. He had all these years.
Yeah,
Somebody got
They've
to
been
take the blame for
hurt
their
though.
fall. You gonna keep pinning the blame on Kawhi?
They took the blame with Doc Rivers, and then after
That's what
that,
I'm saying.
Kawhi's been hurt. Kawhi was hurt for 2 playoff runs.
Kawhi is gonna be hurt for 3 playoff runs now.
I was about to say Kawhi was hurt every year.
He's been hurt
So
for.
I'm saying,
He's been hurt after the bubble. Like after the bubble, he hasn't been healthy since.
yeah, Ty Lue not NBA 15, but that that
What
that
has
even
Ty Lue
that
done? Like he's
bolsters.
a don't get me wrong, y'all.
I'm
Ty Lue is a
saying
great coach, basketball wise. But when we talking about running a team, Ty Lue was running Zubac out there when he shouldn't have. Like I was watching the Clippers last year.
they needed some
Boy Russ
form
was
of
on there,
big.
huh?
They needed a form of big.
Zubac was he was a traffic cone on defense, bro. There was anybody was
That
just
a
taking
lot
away
of a
from
lot
him.
of traditional centers are like a lot of traditional. But I'm saying right, even if
Play the
you proving my
rotation better.
point, you proving my point though, because I said what Western Conference coach is on the level of Greg Popovich. That's what I asked. And the number one guy you could even bring up is Ty Lue. And you're arguing Ty Lue's not even that good of a coach. So who else is on the level of Greg Popovich that is in that conference?
That's true, but Greg Popovich, what has he done? Like just knows like shade. I'm saying like for amount of
What you
years now.
mean?
Like he's close to retirement. What has the
There was
Spurs
no
done?
there was no talent. There was no talent for real in San Antonio, and even then, he still was maintaining competitiveness with a DeMar DeRozan led Spurs team who
I was
just
about to say,
who was traded to them for a meltdown. You know what I'm saying? He melt down in Toronto, so we got the meltdown guy who's averaging 20 and 7 within the Spurs system. They were still hooping, they were still balling, they weren't really losing, but they didn't have no clear direction. And LaMarcus Aldridge got heart problems. Now they give Victor Wembanyama, and you gave him to Greg Popovich. Cool. You just gave Greg Popovich good rotate, even more depth, which is what he uses, bro. When you look at the 2014 Spurs and we like, oh yeah, now we say all these guys were really good players, but at the time the offense was balanced and spread out. There was no one standout. And the roster they got right now, there's no really one standout outside of Victor Wembanyama and Chris Paul. And Chris Paul is older, like you said. So when you give one of the greatest coaches, one of the greatest point guards, and one of the deepest rosters, I believe that they gonna have something special happen. Because when Chris Paul got traded to Phoenix, it was seen as like he was getting traded to no man's land. When he got traded to the Thunder, it was seen that he was getting traded to no man's land. Right when he
true.
was in New
Good point.
when he was in New Orleans, when he was in New Orleans, he was in no man's land, and he still made them be what they were. Like each spot he went to, like even the Rockets, they didn't think the Rockets was gonna be good with Chris Paul. They said he was aging at the age of 30 and 31, 32. You know what I'm saying? And they end up going to the conference finals. He goes to the Suns and immediately goes to the conference
To the
finals and to
finals.
the finals. You know what I'm saying? So it's like and then he almost beat the Rockets when they traded him to the Thunder. You know what I'm saying? Like, he took the Thunder was looked at as mediocre, especially with Russ being gone. And
What
then
happened
you
in
put
Golden State? Like the recency with Chris
no,
Paul.
he was coming off the bench, and off the bench he was giving you 9 and 7 in a reduced role. Like
In
what
a
we
reduced
saying?
role, and how many games he played?
That I got,
He
cause they
played
probably
50
was low
games last
managing
year.
them. See, look, you want to nose on that one? No ball that. It's still Chris Paul.
Like I hear what
He
you're
gonna
saying.
play. He gonna play more games this year because they got Victor. He
I hear
played
what you're saying,
58.
and
You better
I
hope he
58
can
would
play.
games.
agree if
You
this
better
was
hope
the
he can play
East,
more than 50 games this year.
but this is the
I,
West,
If
my
this is
boy.
the East, bro, I'm
Like
trying to make an argument, bro. I mean,
same
the
for real.
West
Like
it got weaker. The conference got weaker.
you think so?
Cat gone.
Outside of the Clippers, who's falling? Because Memphis
Cat
been right
gone.
back to where they was a couple years ago.
Cat's gone. He's gone. He's out the conference.
which
You know what I'm
probably
saying?
was the stupidest thing
You
the
know what I'm saying?
Timberwolves could have
Like
done. But
I'm just
I
saying,
mean,
Cat's gone out the conference. Um, OKC is the one where if I try to argue anything, it'll just be that OKC has a chance to run Chris Paul off the floor,
Rockets still got some
but
depth. You
the
got the
right,
Nuggets.
but the Rockets wouldn't be necessarily a contender
Can't
because
sleep on the Pelicans this year. New look Pelicans. We ain't showing no the
oh my,
Pelicans love.
oh
talking about
man,
with Murray.
and
Yeah,
Zion's back.
But are
we
you
we
looking
ain't we
at
ain't. Go ahead.
like I could argue against a lot of the teams with the Spurs, especially if I just go look. I'm just going off of memory. If I just look at the Spurs roster and see everything that they got, not just the pieces I like, then
Mhm.
you could really make a good case. Because you could just say the Spurs are like the Rockets, but they got Victor, which then washes any argument because they are very similar to
OKC
the Rockets. I'm
OKC
saying
has
that's the
Chet.
only one, but Chet ain't Victor. That's a fact. And have you seen his jumper?
Memphis has Zach Edey.
Who's stopping Zach?
That's fair. But
Who's stopping him?
Zach looks like Zubac.
But who's
No,
stopping him?
no.
No, 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 no,
Not
no,
He
with
looked
no.
like Zubac.
Did you see him in Purdue?
We're
That
Yes,
not about
man,
to do
that
that.
man led the
Forget forget it.
yes.
NCAA in passing.
All they did was dump the ball to Zach. Well, their point guard was really good, but their point guard was eating off the fact they had Zach Edey, and they dumped the ball down low. It looked like a triangle offense almost. I could be wrong. It looked. I watched them in the championship game too. They just gave Zach Edey the ball. He drop steps and lays it up. Now, granted, Zach Edey is a very good player, very fine player.
He's
Alex
also
Sarr is
what?
out there in Washington.
24ish.
Very
You know what I'm
polished.
saying?
That man is literally a baby Yao Ming.
Right. But Yao Ming, that's a traditional big. Now,
He
we
good
have to see if
defensively as well
traditional
too.
bigs, but that's still traditional. He's slow footed, just like Zubac is,
No, see
just
that's the
like
thing.
Nurkic
No, no, no,
is.
no, no. That was my concern with Zach Edey. And this preseason showed me otherwise. He's actually getting down the court better in the NBA somehow.
Literally.
I
Like
can
that was
agree
my
with you.
concern watching him at Purdue. He was always late getting in the picture when the play was going on. They was doing fast breaks. He was late coming down there with Purdue.
Even though he got the bucket off, he was literally slow to get to where he needed
Preseason
to
though,
be.
he's been looking different. And he's gonna have to play different because he playing with Ja and Desmond Bain. They like to run.
Literally.
Right.
And they don't play slow at all.
I mean, you have valid points. I can't
Especially
necessarily.
Ja.
I mean, I could argue them, and my argument would be more so the preseason um, is NBA level talent, but not the talent you're gonna go against night on a night to night basis. You
Fair,
get what I'm saying? Like
fair.
he Eden like he's basically showcasing why he's above the D1 college level or above the G League level. Like those are guys that are end of the bench rotation pieces that are making a name for themselves, and he's eating against them. That's why you see guys like Kevin Porter Jr. 17 and 15 minutes. A lot of these guys they hyping up. He had 18 and such minutes, right? Because of the level of competition when you watch preseason, it don't look as polished or as refined as the actual season when it starts. And those people we see get all them heavy minutes in preseason, they don't get any tick when they make the final roster because they're at the end of the bench. So we got to see Zach Edey when he's going against the top the actual talent that the NBA has to offer. That's what I'm saying.
That's fair.
Because to me, at least, he looks like Ennis Cantor,
No,
Nurkic,
the
Did you
disrespect is
just compare
Jokic.
crazy.
this man to Ennis
He
Cantor? Yeah, you gotta go, bro.
Have you
said
watched
Ennis
Ennis Cantor?
Cancer.
Have you seen Ennis Cantor film?
Ennis Cantor.
Do you know how
Yes,
good Ennis Cantor is on the offensive side of the
he
basketball?
was on
You know
OKC together
LeBron.
with KD and Russ. I watched him.
Wasn't he
Literally.
averaging 18 and 10?
Not in the playoffs.
Did he or did he not do that?
Not in the
Nigga
playoffs.
so
He was getting
That's not
exposed in
his
the playoffs
role,
when Golden State pick
man.
and roll.
He was getting sat down because he was too good of a player, and he was causing I think OKC to accidentally win when they were trying to tank because Ennis Cantor can score the ball. He just sucks defensively, bad.
Exactly.
that's a
When
But
problem.
I'm saying
you
Zach
have
Edey
Steven
reminds me of
Adams
that.
doing better perimeter wise than in this Cantor, that's a problem.
But Ennis Cantor is a big body. Ennis Cantor like Al Jefferson.
Steven Adams is an ox. Are you serious?
I'm saying he's a slow footed center. He's a
like,
traditional center,
bro, are you freaking kidding me?
bro.
You want to talk about
Bro,
somebody strong and
if we're
slow?
gonna be real, Ennis Cantor, you give Zach Edey, put him on Ennis Cantor, and it's gonna go to work.
This guy's delusional. All
No, I ain't.
right, chat.
No, I ain't.
You got us
No,
the
I
winner.
ain't. Ennis Cantor gonna go to work. Al Jefferson will go to work on Zach Edey right now. He's a
Maybe Al
rookie.
Jefferson, but Ennis Cantor is a
Ennis
stretch,
is
my boy.
Ennis, bro. Look at his numbers. You gotta look at the numbers, and
It's
you
not
gotta
all
watch the
about
games.
numbers, bro. Zach Edey
Everything
plays
is about numbers.
defense. What do you think? You think Zach Edey's a traffic cone as well? That
Oh
boy
my
put what
mom, you think
70
that's
I've
7 4?
literally said that
That
multiple
is 7
times.
4.
I do think he's a traffic cone.
Are you drunk? Like what the heck? We talk about defense. I'm taking Edie over Dennis Cantor all
Yeah,
day.
let me not
My
trip.
God.
He got
Especially
traded to OKC and was averaging 18 and 11
and what did he
as a
do in the
in
starter.
the
playoffs?
regular season.
What this
As a
nigga do
What
in the
happened in the
playoffs?
starter,
playoffs?
and he's been in the six man of the year race 4 different times because he gets buckets. The reason why he comes
He's
off the
just
bench
he's
is
just
because he
playing
can't
LeBron.
play defense. He just can't play defense, man.
That's a
Not everybody can
That
play
problem.
was the
defense.
he was the sole reason they lost to Golden State. The exposure to the pick and roll outside of KD and Russ's failures, the
That's a
exposure to the pick and roll
problem.
took them. It don't matter how much you can score, brother. I know you
Cause
know this. I
you
know you
can
know
have
this.
40 points. If your defense is terrible, it does not matter. You have
So
40.
a man averaging 18 minutes in the playoffs is the reason why you lost.
I
A
didn't
man that
say
doesn't know how
it's
to
the
he sucks at defense.
You
I
just literally
said he
said that
was
was the
getting
reason why they
exposed.
lost.
Whenever he was on the court, he was getting exposed, bro. You go back and look at the film. You go back and look at the tape, bro. All them
We
from
need to
game
look
one,
at the
game
tape.
seven.
We're gonna have to look at Ennis Cancer tape because my whole argument is specifically Ennis Cancer is a bucket. Is all I'm saying. And Zach Edey remind me of Ennis Cancer. I don't know how good he is defensively for real. I don't think he's very good
So
defensively
you
when it
ain't seen
comes to
nothing he
guarding
was
the
doing
perimeter.
defensively out Purdue.
But
This
I'm
nigga
saying from what I saw,
In
he
the
was
Big
slow
Ten,
footed.
he was
He was slow
waxing the Big
footed.
Ten, even against the top
He
defensive
was
teams
slow
or
footed.
offensive
seven
He was
teams.
slow.
four.
He was slow footed. Is all I'm
7'4".
saying. The weakness of traditional centers does not miss. Man, Jalil Okafor was going crazy.
Jaleel Okafor was also injury prone.
Bro,
Jahlil
that's not why he
Okafor
got dropped.
said he
I
be
didn't say
Not
that's
because
why
it's
he got
injuries. I'm saying Jalil Okafor was like that in college. Everybody hyping him up.
he's
He
injury
like that.
prone.
that's Jahlil
Jalil, nah,
Okafor.
man.
This is Zach Edey.
Bro, all right.
Jaleel Okafor is not 7'4", and he's not
He's
what he.
6'11".
He's also not
He
seven
was a
four.
traditional center.
Points.
He was a traditional center, bro. The weaknesses, all traditional centers
So you
usually
think
have the same form of weakness.
you
I'm
think
telling you
Zach?
what I think.
No, I'm saying you think Zach Edey is a traditional center.
Yes. Is he not? He's 7'4". That's literally traditional. Big body, 7'4", hard screens, low post action. That's the
Just
traditional
because
center.
Wembanyama can dribble, he's not the traditional center.
He's not a center. Wembanyama's not a center.
What is he then?
He's a four. He's either a three or a four. He really too small to be a big. He too skinny. He too skinny.
Oh my
He too
god.
skinny. He KG wasn't a center when he came in the league. In
That's
fact,
KG.
right, Dirk Nowitzki was a three when he came in the league at 7 foot because he was too skinny to run the four
That is
or
true. Dirk
five.
Nowitzki was a 3 on 2K.
Oh, I'm not on 2K when he was like a rookie coming in. He was a three.
Yeah, but like what's the
Wembanyama too
point here?
skinny. He's too
Wembanyama,
skinny right
bruh,
now
is
to
not a
be a
traditional
four
center.
or five. He just tall.
This his screen's freezing. That's how you know it's time to wrap it up. Cause he's
I'm
just
just
talking.
saying.
It's
I'm just saying
crazy.
he's just tall. He just tall. Wembanyama's not no traditional center by any means. A traditional center is like Shaq, Wilt,
I don't know about that
Kareem,
one, man. Zach
Hakeem.
Edey gonna surprise some heads.
I'm just saying
Just
he
how
looked
you
like a
think Chris
traditional
Paul
center
gonna
to
be
me.
throwing that pick and roll. He gonna be working that
Bro,
pick and roll with Wemby. The
bro,
same
Wilt
thing
was
John about to be
7'1".
doing with Zach Edey.
It's not the same,
Off
bro.
the
It's
lot.
not the same. But we can talk about this all day. Y'all getting tired of me talk how I talk anyway. So tell me, since we already on the topic of players, tell me who you got. If you got to rank a top 10 right now, who's gonna be in your top 10, and who's
Current
gonna be outside your top 10? We talking about this season.
this season.
Gotta think.
Yeah,
So
I'm putting Jalen Brunson in my. I'm putting Jalen Brunson in my top 10 for sure. Number one. I'm gonna just come back to me on that one.
we got to we got to rank them. We got to rank
all
them
right.
somehow.
I don't know if it's gonna be any specific order, but
On my
Luca
mom,
Magic,
I'm not putting it in order
Luca
for
Magic
sure.
Luca,
is up there for sure. Giannis gonna have a comeback season type.
Giannis,
Um,
Jokic,
Jokic.
Jokic for sure, for sure.
Jalen Brunson.
Uh, I don't think Jalen Brunson cracked my top 10. Honestly, the Knicks got
Did you
destroyed
see
by
what he
Boston
did
tonight.
last
Matter of
year?
fact, let me put Tatum up there. Let me put Jalen Brown up there.
No,
Uh,
So that's
no.
4 and 5. So your
uh,
top
That's
five is Giannis, Luca, Jokic, Tatum, and Brown.
man,
the,
and man, this
And
no
man
perfect little
6.
order.
why is Jalen Brown in your top 10?
Shay, okay.
Shea, Joel Embiid. What you mean? Why Jalen's in my top 10?
Joel Embiid.
Joel Embiid has to stay healthy,
He lost
in my
weight,
opinion.
y'all. He lost weight.
That don't mean
Last two,
nothing.
last two. I'm trying to show the East some love for real. I don't know how I feel about Donovan though for him to be in my top 10.
Mitchell, get the
Trey, let me
bye.
put Trey in there.
Ah,
Trey
he's
Young in there.
nasty.
Put Trey Young in there.
He's nasty.
He got to log off for real.
Oh,
Go
he
ahead,
got
man.
he
let's
got
get
to
to your
log
top
off.
10. Talk about come back to you.
I'm not going in order. Jalen
Uh,
Brunson, LeBron, Jokic, Giannis, Luca, and
Basically said what I said. No Jason Tatum, no Jalen Brown.
no.
The Celtics came.
That's fine, but that doesn't mean he's gonna be top 10. I'm picking Kyrie over both of them if I'm ever doing that,
What did
Oh,
Kyrie
well,
do in the finals?
they ranked Kyrie 25 on ESPN. So
which is
It was
crazy.
all Luca in the finals, y'all.
go ahead, Armand.
Was it not? Was
Yeah.
it not?
So
Was it not?
I hear you. You right, but come on, bro. They had to
Do we
get
gotta
um,
there.
look up? Do we gotta look up
There's a road to
the
get
last
there.
minute? Do we gotta look at
There's a road to get there.
let me see who I say. Who I say?
okay?
I
That's
said.
okay. And what
What I
happened
say?
on the biggest stage?
You right.
Every game, I was asked my bro. I was telling him, I was like, bro, Kyrie gonna come back. He gonna bounce back next game. Next game happened. 14 points. All right, he gonna come back next game. They back at home. 14 points, 10 points.
I mean, he struggled against Celtics because they
This
had
is a
great
great
defense.
player. That's unacceptable.
They had great. Are you serious? The Celtics had
He
outstanding.
taught the
JT,
Celtics everything
JT,
they know. They know his whole
JT,
bag.
I say they know
JT
his
is over
whole
Kyrie right now.
everything.
Who
They
stole
know
his
his whole
bag?
bag.
Who stole his bag?
You said
Saying they
what?
know his bag. They
Oh,
know
you
his whole
saying you
bag.
saying
He
they
literally
know his
trained
bag?
them.
As long as Drew
They know
Holiday's
his
out there,
bag.
everybody's cooked.
We making excuses for a top what 10 player in the world
25.
They,
in
He's
the
a top
league?
bro, they
25 player. They
they
said.
know. What do you mean?
Come on, y'all,
This guy. Who
fill
I
it out.
say? Jokic, Giannis, Bron, Jalen Brunson. Who's my
Brunson
aunt?
over Tatum and
Yes,
Brown.
yes.
Here's what he said.
Tatum and Brown are good, but they're inconsistent.
Said they inconsistent.
Are they
Go ahead. You
not
Inconsistent.
got five.
inconsistent?
Get your next five off, Armand.
Let me see
Inconsistency
who
won the
else.
chip.
No, a team game won the chip.
If it wasn't
And
for Jalen
for
Brown and Jason
starters,
Tatum, they not winning. They're not. What are we
if
talking
it
about here?
wasn't for if it wasn't for Drew Holiday, they would have lost to the Pacers.
Damn. Like Mavi just said, it was a road to get there,
Yeah,
Right.
but
right?
It's a road. It's a road to get there. Like you gotta, you gotta get there. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get there. Go ahead, man. Get your next five off, bro.
who's my next five, man? Who's my next five?
Dame,
KD. I'm not putting Dame in top 10. Freak no. I'm not putting Dame in my top
Shay,
10. Steph Curry.
Right.
Shay.
Um, yeah, Shea for sure was at 9. I'm at
Yeah.
9.
I'll take Jalen Brown off for Steph. That's what I forgot about.
Like the heck? That's a great. I don't know who my number 10 would be. Honestly,
Jason
that's
Tatum.
real debatable. No,
Look, fill it out.
no.
Josh.
I don't know, Joel, when he's healthy,
Why does it take so long to get to Joel?
I'm
because
telling you, I think he's gonna
he just
surprise y'all this year.
when he's healthy, yes, but it's just like he's
Nah,
very iffy,
I
bro.
think Joel Embiid was averaging dang near like 35 points a game last year before
He
he got hurt.
was averaging 35, man.
Bro was having like
Come
40-point
on
games,
now.
50-point games. He had a
He was the
70-point game.
runaway clear cut MVP before he got hurt. He was about to be the MVP. Come on, man.
And then the knees gave out.
That's why he lost the
Man,
weight. Give him
I'm
one
a,
more chance. This ain't Kawhi. This is Joel Embiid.
my top 10.
Kobe, and Kobe. Thank you.
Man, nah, Derrick Rose retired, so he can't be in it.
Why the f is
Boy,
Derrick Rose gonna be your
he about to
bro?
put
Get out.
Lonzo in the
Derrick
dub.
Rose, boy, Derrick Rose. I'm a
Yeah,
listen.
get him out of here.
Number one for me probably is Joel Embiid, scoring
Over
output,
Jokic?
rebounding. I just said what I said. I didn't stutter when I said it.
Joel,
Um,
Joel,
cause
Joel
I'm gonna
does
be
look like
honest,
Jokic every
is
time
it
they match
my
up.
is
Jokic is
my
not.
top
It's not the
He
player,
it's
cooking.
bro.
my top 10 list, right?
Go ahead, Mister Banks.
No, I'm
Do your
saying
thing.
it's my top 10 list. Like
No, no. Go ahead. Continue
who
your
I
list.
feel is top 10.
Continue your list.
Okay, so since it's based off of how I feel, I'm gonna be biased,
Yeah, clearly, because you just said
right?
Derrick Rose is wow.
Joel Embiid is number one, right? After that, I'll go Giannis. Um, Honestly, though, if I had to just throw it out there, since y'all talk about the injury bug, I'm gonna just say win healthy because both of them got hurt during the playoff before the playoffs, and Giannis got hurt during the playoffs, so that's why they lost.
Giannis got to eat better.
Got to sleep better. He got to work out better. I don't
Stay
know.
off
Well, he got
them
to
wings.
stretch.
Somebody gotta live better.
Um, I gotta put Shea in there. I can't deny Shea being in
That's
the
what I'm
top
saying.
10
Yeah,
no more.
Oh,
Shea had a whole
Cause
absolutely.
offensive
he, cause
MVP
he
candidate last year.
candidate. It just don't feel like Shea like that because he gets
But
so
he
many free
really is
throws.
like that for real.
He is
He
like
gets
that
so
for sure.
many free throws. I really don't feel like Luca
That's
like
what
that,
James Harden did
especially because
his
he
whole
struggles
career.
defensively. So
But offensively, that man is a menace.
yeah, but at that point, he's basically just 6'8" Trey Young.
And he's a
He don't
solid
got to
point
play
guard.
defense. All them defenders they got, Jalen Williams, and then they got a whole bench
So
coming off. There are 3 point
so
shooters.
Steph is supposed to be in there, but he was having a down year last year.
He'll be
So
back.
Steph Curry. Like, look what we're talking about. You see what this man just did overseas? Come on.
I'm just thinking on who we have. I'm just thinking on what stars we have. The conferences. Like, I'm gonna be honest, bro. At this point, Devin Booker.
Hold you. I thought about Devin Booker for real. He's
Devin
like
Booker.
honorable mention for me.
Now I'm putting Devin Booker in my top 10. I don't know where I'm gonna slot him.
I don't know. He's an honorable
Tatum.
And
mention.
it's
Yes.
if it's my top 10, right? It's my
Devin
top
Booker
10.
is more consistent than Tatum. I'm gonna be so
Wait,
real
them
If
with
it's
you.
my
disrespect
top
is crazy.
my top 10, right?
Here
Because
he
I'm just
goes.
trying to keep it for me.
Here he goes.
Jimmy Butler,
He's a solid two way. He just got anger
Jimmy
issues,
Butler.
and he in
Uh,
emo.
the one you said can't be in there, Damian Lillard.
Yeah, get him out of here.
Nope, he's in
He's
there
top.
because
He's
it's
top
my top
20.
10,
He's top
like we
20.
said.
He's a
So
top
far, I
20.
got Joel Embiid, I got Giannis, I have Shea as my certified top three.
Luca.
I really don't want Shea at top three, but he got to be in there.
What?
Um,
Luca Magic.
He is crazy. Luca?
Luca was four. I want to say I put Luca at four. I really don't want to put him at four. And my fifth was Devin Booker because I didn't want to put Steph in there as the top
You
five.
put Booker at
Man, you know
5?
what,
Why
bro?
is Book over KD?
Wild.
And
Man, you
then
know what,
Why
bro?
is Book over LeBron?
Oh, I'm gonna keep it a whole stack. I'm gonna keep it a whole stack. I'm gonna keep it a whole stack because it's my top
What
five.
the heck? What's
I
wrong
ain't
with
about to
this
be
nigga?
I ain't about to be PC with you. I ain't about to rap. I ain't about to rap back and forth with people.
Nigga's an
Right,
NPC, bro.
man. Joel Embiid, Giannis, Shea, Jimmy Butler, Devin Booker, Jalen Brown, Damian
thank
Lillard.
you.
Right now I'm at 7.
Your list is horrible.
I do not care. It's mine. Right,
Don't
Damian
put
Lillard's at 7. We got 3 to play with. This is when you can put in Nikola Jokic. Right. This one I'm gonna put in Luka Doncic. You can't argue with their numbers and production. I already got a Celtic in the top 5. I don't need Jason Tatum. I don't need Jason Tatum. Jason
He
Tatum
just won
can
the.
take. You could.
Jason Tatum had 40 points tonight, and it was the easiest 40 points I've seen in my life.
I'm saying I already put a Celtic in the top 10,
He's dropping 16 next game. I hope you know that.
and Jason Tatum as a talent
He hears the
is
chatter.
better than Jalen. As a talent, as is better than Jalen Brown. But what I like, I just like Jalen Brown more on the roster, and the voters agree with me because he was the Finals MVP and he was the Conference Finals MVP. He was still able to perform when it mattered most, and he was the one checking Luca full court, not Jason Tatum. They might have
True.
switched, but Luca Doncic's primary
The
was Jalen
Celtics ain't
Brown,
there without
and he was
Jason.
still. Come on now, I agree. I'm not saying Jason Tatum is trash. I'm just saying
Jason Tatum just
he's
does
not
too
in there.
much.
You know what I'm saying? So Luca
Y'all
and
got me
Jokic
making it seem
is
like I'm
eight
the
and
biggest
nine
Jason Tatum fan.
respectively. Nah, you ain't. But
Yeah, you are.
you know,
Like
and
Jesus.
at my 10, shoot, at my 10, at my 10, at my 10. This is the one. Woo! Because who else is left? You got Jalen Brunson.
LeBron.
You got Kyrie.
You got Anthony Davis.
AD should
LeBron.
not be in this list at all. Did you put
Yeah,
AD in
80.
there?
No, yeah, get 80 out of here.
And whoa, 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 whoa.
Get 80 out
Anthony
of here.
Davis was averaging 26 and 12. What I think about
Please.
It took
It
that
blocks.
don't
nigga 3 years.
matter.
What
They
do you
have my
mean? Anthony
boy.
Davis has a right to be in this list,
They have my
Anthony
boy
Davis
Russ
has
on
a
the
right
silver
to
platter
become
like
healthy.
this. When Russ was on the Lakers,
I'm
crucified
just
that
saying,
man, and
man. He
AD
got a
didn't play
right.
half the season.
For
He
three
he
years.
got the right. He got the right to be within the top 10. He got the right to be within the
So you
top 10.
gonna
Because you
put
want to make fun
I'm
of him.
not.
AD?
I'm
Oh,
not
hold
putting
on,
Anthony Davis in the top 10 yet.
hold on.
I'm just saying.
You
I'm thinking of who's left.
you gonna
I'm just
suggest
thinking of
him?
who left.
No,
Who's
no, no,
left,
no, no. You gonna suggest him in the top 10, but you not gonna suggest LeBron?
bro.
The nigga's been
Hey,
averaging
I even put LeBron in
25
mine for sure.
for
He didn't even
for
put LeBron in his. And it's my top
and
10.
that's not
It's
his.
not. It's not yours.
I never
LeBron's
put
in
LeBron in mine. What the
yours.
F?
LeBron's in yours. He's in yours. He's in
He should be in
yours.
everybody's.
He
He's
doesn't have to be in
39.
No,
everybody's.
man.
So, but we can say
LeBron
Anthony
is
Davis
40
is
years
left.
old.
LeBron's left.
Plus,
LeBron is left. Brunson is left. We're talking about high leverage players. Donovan Mitchell is left.
Carl Anthony Townsend.
Why you keep
Mitchell is
calling
like
him
a sleeper
Townsend?
for real, because I think Mitchell going to take another leap
That's,
this year.
No, hold
I'm
on, bro.
calling
Why you keep calling him Townsend?
Carl Anthony
That's not his
Townsend.
now. That's not his name.
That's not his name. That's not his name. Oh, okay.
No, it's not. It's not his name, man.
I'm calling him Carl Anthony Townsend just because it sounds better.
Bro, okay, whatever.
Mr.
Who else is
Townsend.
left? Kevin Durant's left, but I'm
He's
probably not gonna put
PG.
him top 10. Paul,
Paul George. Is that the
anyway,
Paul I just
PG.
heard?
Yes.
Kawhi is he's hurt, but I'm gonna just still say he's left.
You put Kawhi. Man, them niggas the same at this point.
He's left. Maxi is left. Paolo is
Maxi going
left.
Maxi going to cook for sure.
Kyrie is left. That's what I'm saying. Kyrie is left. Anthony Edwards is left. I just need one. Zion is left. Trey Young
Nobody's
is
worried about
left.
Zion.
Man, I'm be honest, bro.
I'm gonna be real. He's not. I don't think he's a top 10 player only because he just hasn't. Like when before he got hurt, yes, he was averaging 27 and I think 9, if I'm not mistaken. But it's just like he can't. He out of all people can't stay healthy at all. And his eating, his diet is horrible. Watch him
Who
say,
we talking about?
but this is
Giannis?
my
Agreed.
list. No,
Agreed.
I'm talking about
Agreed.
Zion.
Oh, Zion.
He hasn't shown me why he should be top 10 yet.
So you
I
you you
agree.
the,
He
you
got
the
to do
end
a
all
little
be
bit
all
more.
for top 10.
You said
Man, I'm gonna
what?
be honest, bro. I said you the end all be all for who's in the top 10. Huh?
What?
I'm not gonna hold you because you skipped like 30 seconds past, bro. Nobody heard anything you said.
I said so you're the end all be all for top 10, huh?
Nah, I'm just saying like his diet's terrible and his knees are actually ridiculously terrible. And his, like he was doing great until he got hurt, and he was hurt for two
Man,
years.
I feel like he don't got to do as much this year though. Zion, even with all his
Alprin Sengun is left.
consistencies.
Honestly,
De'Aaron Fox and Demontis Sabonis is left.
I thought about
Oh, that's
I ain't gonna lie. I thought
the
about
team I forgot
Sabonis
about.
so much. The Kings,
Kings.
And so
Yeah.
is DeMar DeRozan.
yeah, DeMar, the mid-range god right there.
All right, so to me, I'm really debating between Anthony Davis, Zion Williamson, and Donovan Mitchell.
Really?
Because I'm biased, I'm gonna go
Kyrie?
with the dude. Nah, Kyrie not top 10. Kyrie not top 10. He's top 25 right there.
But
25.
but JB is top 10 over that nigga.
Jalen Brown,
Over you
the
what?
reigning champion, champion,
The
champion.
inconsistent champion?
He's not inconsistent.
Tatum?
Jalen Brown is not inconsistent at all. He just don't have a left hand. But he does have a kind of a left hand, but he figured out a workaround. And with Drew Holiday, he plays off the ball more so he can catch and rip and be like Andrew Wiggins, but average more points.
Drew Holiday is the best
A
defender. If
Butler?
it wasn't for Drew Holiday,
Yeah, I already
That's
got
it.
Jimmy on the list. Jimmy's already on my list. So just because I'm biased and because I like the way his game is and I
He
watch a
about to
lot of
pick
film of him,
some BS.
I'm picking Donovan Mitchell
Oh my god,
at
that's
my
sick.
10.
That's sick
I don't even
work.
have a problem with Donovan. I don't.
I like
So my
Donovan.
my
That's
whole
sick work.
my whole 10, like I said, Joel Embiid, Giannis, Shea Gilgeous, Jalen Brown, Devin
Sick.
Booker, Jimmy Butler, Damian Lillard, Nikola Jokic, Luka
Luke,
Doncic,
uh,
Donovan Mitchell.
Luka Magic.
I really don't even want Luka in my top 10, bro.
Why?
Here this nigga
Man,
goes,
literally
bro.
cooked
No,
Man,
y'all.
no,
take
no,
Luka out,
no,
bro.
no, no. Don't
Man,
even
he
Anthony
get
cooked
started.
last
Davis.
year on a bad
Anthony
knee.
Davis.
Yeah, nigga, what?
Anthony Davis. Take Luka out.
All
Anthony
right.
Davis.
Thank you all for
Anthony
attending our
Davis.
podcast because yeah, he's I don't know what he's
I ain't doing no
drinking.
PC answers. Do
This
no
nigga
PC
crazy.
answers. I like
He's
Anthony
the
Davis better. I like Anthony Davis
Why?
better
Luca.
Why? What's
than
the
Luka
what's
Doncic.
the what's the logic
What's
here?
the analogy on this?
Well, we're gonna go number one, defense. Heavily clears.
Okay, that's fair.
Heavily clears.
That's
And if
fair.
and if you don't if y'all didn't argue me on Jimmy Butler, then there's no way
Steals
you
is a
can
part of
argue
defense
me.
as well, ain't it?
Jimmy
In a
Butler
way.
is a good two-way player though.
I'm saying, I'm saying, if you don't argue me on Jimmy Butler over Luca, then you can't argue me over Anthony Davis and Luca.
I,
There's no way,
The nigga,
because
I
the same you
man,
should have the same amount of push. You should have the same amount of pushback. If you say Jimmy G buckets, the guy
Jimmy
who averages 21, 5, and 5 is
elevates talent around him. AD stagnates talent. AD holds
bro
the ball.
2023.
AD,
The only reason why they were even in the conference finals is because Anthony Davis was holding down the defensive side of the basketball
I
and that
to
watched
an
nigga also had a
historic level.
I watched Russ on the Rockets cook AD for breakfast, lunch, and dinner every time they matched up. It was a
with a
religious
little side
booty
of
ball.
dessert.
Bro, no way. Because in the playoff, because Russ played
That's
on the
the bubble.
Rockets
I'm
one
talking about
season.
before
And
COVID
in the
happened.
play, nah, man, in the playoffs when it matters, Russ
Russ was
ain't do
coming off
jack.
a quad. Why people want to leave that? Is context to it. He was coming off a quad, and
That
he
nigga
had
did
Okay,
have a
everything.
so
quad.
is Anthony Davis is always hurt. So if you want to add context, he was hurt during that run. It's Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis was hurt when they got to the conference finals in 23, and he still was holding down the fort
I believe
against
if the season would have
a
played
Ja
out, I don't think
Morant
the Lakers are champions to that year.
Timberwolves. That's fine, but against a Ja Morant Timberwolves and he's a 7 seed play-in team conference finals.
What happened in the conference finals
He went against Jokic.
and got freaking demolished?
So did Bam,
What has
another
AD done
really
the
good
last couple
defensive
of
center.
years? That's what like AD.
What do you mean? I just broke it down, bro. I just broke it down. He just was in the conference finals, bro. He was just there. Ain't
Man, the
like
Lakers.
he ain't just been doing nothing. He's been balling, right? He been balling. Now he sold. I think it was 2022 when he sold. You know what I'm saying? I can't argue that. Yep, I'm already looking at it.
Oh
2022
my
is when he sold. He sold in 2022. But in 2023 and last year, he was balling. Like there's no he was balling.
What happened after
They lost. I can't say they
that?
won.
He got killed.
But like, bro, like if you give
So I'm just
if
saying we
you
taking
can
Luka
argue
Magic
me,
off for AD.
you just ask me what I like more
AD.
about him.
Oh my mama, you took Luca, a
The
top 10
dime.
player in real life,
My man is practicing them
off
one-legged threes, and he actually hits them.
for freaking
I
AD.
do not care.
That
Look at
is
my face.
nasty.
Do not
That's
care.
nasty.
Mavi, he
That's
cooked
It's
the
Anthony
whole
Davis,
nasty.
bro.
Western Conference on a bad knee, bruh. He
On
cooked the
a
Clippers.
bad knee, that nigga destroyed the Clippers.
He cooked OKC.
hmm
This nigga
He
saw
was
one
cooking
game.
the
That's it.
Celtics. He just don't
As
have
a
enough around him.
talent, as a just a talent,
This
Anthony
nigga put
Davis
this nigga put
is
JB.
top three
He already
as a
lost.
talent. Anthony
He
Davis.
already lost.
Anthony Davis is top three as a basketball talent. You know what I'm
Three?
saying? There's nothing he can't. He's top three as a basketball talent. There's nothing he can't do on the floor. He just soft. And y'all remember, bro. Y'all remember. I know y'all remember when he was supposed to be the face of the league at one point. I know y'all remember that. Like y'all know, like if you can give me 25 and 12 while still being the defensive player of the year candidate, come on, bro. If you can carry my defense and offense, that's come on, bro. Who did what to Denver? The
Fam,
three hurt around the world.
his ligaments are made out of glass.
That
That
nigga
has
is
nothing to do
literally a piece
nothing to do with his
of
talent.
sheetrock. Like
Nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with his talent. Nothing to do with
that
his
nigga
talent.
can't stay healthy enough to even
Like
like
you can't pick on Anthony Davis in a pick and roll.
he gonna mess around and
What?
tear a ligament in his knee. Like
You ain't just hear
You
what I
can't pick
said.
on
Russ
what'd you say?
cooked them in the pick and roll.
Oh my gosh, there you go
That's the
again. No, he didn't
ISO.
because when it
Wait,
mattered,
wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Not even
Clint,
Russ. Not even Russ.
C's.
Let's go back last year. Jamal Murray, didn't he hit a game winner in
demolished
AD's
that
face
nigga.
in the corner?
Yeah,
He hit a back-to-back game
yeah.
winner on this nigga.
But you can't
That
just, bro.
that
You
Like
man
can't,
Jamal won off a pick and roll. He won a game off
bro,
the simple
bro,
pick and roll.
bro.
also
He's
second
guarding Nikola Jokic in the series.
and Jokic
He's guarding
dog
He
walking.
was the MVP. Nikola Jokic was the MVP. I'm not like, bro. I had him under Nikola.
You put Nicola at 7, so that's what lost me
I
right.
put Anthony Davis at 10.
You put him in your list.
Yeah, it's Anthony Davis. Y'all acting like Anthony Davis' name never held weight and
I'm
never
not
will
saying,
hold weight.
but in a top 10 perspective,
Bro, it's Anthony Davis,
you
bro.
put
Like y'all
AD
acting right.
over LeBron. Like, what the heck?
Whoop de doo. He does more for their defense while still averaging the same amount of
The
points
defense.
on higher levels of efficiency. And he's playing perimeter defense and post defense. He is their defense.
Without
He
LeBron,
is their
AD's not doing
defense.
anything.
All right, bro. Set that to 28 and 12.
Without LeBron, AD's not doing anything.
Set that to 28 and 12, bro.
I'm just
We
letting
looking
you
at it.
know.
I'm looking at it right now, bro. We looking at it
I
right
think
now. I got his whole everything. I got his everything. I got his effective field goal percentage, his true shooting. I got the
who
amount
is
of
he?
rebounds he was getting on the defensive side and the offensive side. You know what I'm saying? We can
Who
look
is he
at the league
feeding off
leaders.
of?
We can like, come on, bro. What
Who is he feeding off of?
you
You
mean who
think
we feeding
AD's
off of, bro? AD was AD before he got with LeBron. That's why it was hype when he got with LeBron because he's Anthony flipping Davis.
he's
Anthony
also
Davis, bro,
a piece of glass.
you can give AD the ball anywhere.
He's also a piece of glass.
It has nothing to do with his talent. Luca don't play both sides of the ball.
Luca also averages almost 30 points. So
I
he's
can't.
literally the
I
reason
agree
why
with
they
you.
got to the finals.
Yeah, he was the best player on their team. I can agree with that too. But they also had Kyrie Irving,
That's true, but Kyrie's
who's
so
top 25, and you. It's my list. You know what I'm saying the Lakers didn't play the Mavericks, so we don't know what that series looked like if Luca plays the Lakers. You know what I'm saying we don't know what that looked like because the live threat gets canceled out. Kristaps Porzingis was sitting in the middle and was able to negate the live threat of Daniel Gafford and Derek Lively.
Oh, I came back at
You
the
bring
worst
in a
moment.
rookie center against Anthony Davis. You bring a rookie center against an Anthony Davis. That Mavericks team is looking very shaky, very very shaky. You know what I'm saying, and then since you like LeBron, LeBron's top three. He better than Luca. LeBron's sticking Luca. So what does that series look
I don't
like?
know. I don't think no.
what?
I'm just saying. LeBron can stick
Nobody is
Luca. You
LeBron
said LeBron better. You said
nobody
LeBron
is
better.
sticking Luca.
You said LeBron top
Nobody
three.
is sticking Luca.
You said LeBron top
Ant
three. He
Man
said
couldn't
LeBron
stick
top
Luca.
three. And man smaller than Luca.
Not by that much. You
Like,
talking about weight wise?
what do you mean? Height and weight.
No, not by that much.
Bro, Ant 6'5", Luca 6'8". There's a difference between a shooting guard and a three. Luca is a power forward size. That's ball handling, bringing it up the court. That's like, come on, bro.
Luca
That's why Kobe couldn't guard LeBron.
Luca cooks anybody that's in front of him.
I'm just
Unguardable.
saying, who better? Who better? He said LeBron was top three. He said LeBron was better than Luca. He didn't say Luca was 2 or 1.
I said LeBron's top five.
He literally went and he
I
literally
wasn't.
went.
I
He
wasn't.
literally went one to LeBron. He
I
said
told you from the
LeBron.
beginning. I told you from the beginning. I wasn't going in order. I was just
All right,
naming my people.
niggas don't want to stick to their nuts and glory. He
We
wanna.
can roll the clip.
He wanna.
We can roll
He
the clip.
wanna. I said he was top five. I didn't
We
say he
can
was
roll
top
the clip.
three. I'm
I said
saying
in the
after this, I'm gonna watch it back, bro.
I
You put
said
up
in the
three
beginning,
fingers.
I'm not going in order. Because if I was going in order, I'm putting LeBron at one for sure.
So you
Dang.
just proved my
Why
point even
LeBron gotta be
more.
at one?
You just proved my point even more.
How I prove your point anymore? I said I'm not going in order.
Right. You said if you were, you was gonna put LeBron at one, so nobody better than LeBron.
Nope.
So if I tell you LeBron's sticking Luca, you shouldn't look at me with a side eye like he's not sticking Luca. Nigga, he
I
the best
never
player to
said
you.
that nigga. Wait.
Bro, he just gave me the funny face. Like I'm like, yeah, LeBron. LeBron can stick Luca, and Anthony Davis would eat up
LeBron
any
can stick
rookie
Luca, but
center.
LeBron's not guarding Luca. That's what
LeBron
I'm
is not
getting
even
at.
sticking Luka.
He
No, he's not.
is.
No, he's
Every
not.
time they play the Lakers, Luka
Who gonna guard him
cooks.
then?
Check the stats, y'all. Check the
Who gonna
numbers, like
guard
you be
him then?
saying, Mark.
No,
Say the number. I'm
check the
just saying.
numbers.
I'm saying if we're gonna say what's it called? If y'all looking at me crazy and y'all talking about how Jamal Murray fried Anthony
He
Davis
did.
and y'all like Luca cooked the Western Conference, I'm saying the Mavericks didn't even match up with the Lakers, and I'm saying that matchup when it comes to the teams and how they look, it might be a different story if they played the Lakers instead of the Lakers playing Denver, because the Lakers have Anthony Davis who fries all of their centers. Daniel Gafford,
That's true.
Derek Lively, that lob threat
But who's
ain't the
sticking
same.
Luka?
They didn't play. They did not. You got. That's why I said LeBron because he said LeBron's number one. LeBron's the best player in the world. He said at 39 years old, LeBron's the best player in the
If
world.
Average
So
40-year-old
according
LeBron
to
five.
his
gotta stick
rules,
Luka, that's not a recipe for championship formula to win a series, a playoff series.
LeBron James is if you the
He
he the best
can't
player in
give
the
you
world. He
30
said he's the best player in the
every
world.
He
30
is
to 40
also
every night
40.
and then stick Luka on the defensive end.
He don't have to. He
AD
has
is not sticking
okay.
Luka, brother.
He has Anthony Davis. I'm saying I don't Anthony Davis can get you buckets and boards while still holding you down on defense. Like you can't hold your head. He's NBA 75 for a reason. They have two 75th anniversary team players on the roster. That's not a far fetched idea.
AD
Derek Lively not checking Anthony
AD's three-point
Davis.
shot has deteriorated. His midi is
He's a
inconsistent.
center.
AD
He's a center.
like
He's a power forward.
He's playing center though.
That's not his.
If you put Derek, you can't put Derek Lively on Anthony Davis and think Lively will live. You can't. Derek Lively was a rookie last year.
they're
You know
probably a dog,
what I'm
brother.
saying?
He's
Like,
not getting
yes, he was an
waxed.
energy
He's
guy.
not getting waxed.
But he not. It's Anthony Davis though. Y'all like we acting like Anthony Davis ain't him. Like he's him. Like
When
he's
he's healthy,
him. You
Anthony
know what I'm
Davis
saying? He was healthy last
get cooked by
playoffs.
Giannis
He was healthy.
every time they match up. He get cooked.
That's Giannis. He's also NBA 75.
They the same size. I'm
And
just
per
saying
my ranking,
they the
Giannis is
same
better than
size.
him.
Giannis doesn't have a bag, right?
Yes, he does.
what's his bag? Tell me what his bag.
Bro, he can do the hezzy, he can hezzy pull. He got the euro in his bag. He got the spin dunk in his bag. He got the drop step in his bag. He got the pick and roll in his bag. He's a live threat. You know what I'm saying? He got the post fade in his bag. 'Cause that's what he was doing against the Brooklyn Nets when they won. You know what I'm saying? He got the jab cross in his bag. You know what I'm saying? He got the in and out, smooth little in and out in his bag.
AD
And at that point, I just lived the 12 things. He's 6'11". How many things he need?
he feast on
How many?
mismatches. AD feast on folks that's not on. When it comes to
Okay.
top tier competition, Luca,
Hmm.
Giannis, Joel Embiid,
Right, right, right,
he is not
right,
stopping
right.
nobody. He is a defensive liability.
Okay, you're
He
capping.
is.
You can't be
He
fourth and be a
is.
liability. You
If
capping
Jamal
this
Murray
Anthony
can cook
Davis, bro.
AD off the pick and roll and hit back-to-back game winners in this man's face? Because I'm pretty sure he did it not 1 year, twice.
He's not a
He
liability.
did that twice on AD's head.
And
It's not a.
five.
It's Anthony Davis. We're not talking about Anthony Davis being a defensive liability, y'all. In any metric you want to look at,
Mavi, you was
defensive
just
win
saying how
shares,
Bradley Beal
defensive
was better than
rating,
Jamal Murray.
opponent field goal percentage.
Jamal Murray
Agreed, because
took
he is.
or cooks, as I should say, Anthony Davis in the pick and roll every time. Every time.
No, we don't, bro.
Yes,
We
he
don't.
does.
Anthony Davis stays with Jokic, bro. He stays with Jokic. Anthony Davis was guarding Jimmy Butler in the finals, man.
That's Jimmy.
Jimmy's better than Jimmy's better than him. He's better than him. He's better than Murray. He's better
But
than
like
Murray. We
Jimmy,
know this.
speed wise, like he's more of a like you be saying, he's more bulky. Like he's body to body.
Yeah, but he's fat. He's more athletic and faster than Jamal Murray. Like hands down, he's like Jamal Murray is a high level player.
Before
He's
the
not
injury,
trash.
I
I
feel
like
like you
Murray
forgetting
game.
what Jamal Murray was doing before the injury for that ACL. But even
He's doing the same
afterwards, he's
stuff.
still getting
He's
back
bro.
to
The
it.
skill, the bag work is crazy. The bag work crazy. It's Murray. I'm saying it's Anthony Davis. Like it's like tears in the league. Like we can talk. Like you can't say AD's like a liability, bro. It's Anthony Davis. That's like saying Kevin Garnett is a liability. Like Anthony Davis as a talent is on par and has the same career right now, just without a DPOY. That's the only difference. And an MVP, but he a champion. Uh, Defensively, he's stout. He's the main, like he's that main cog. Like it's Anthony Davis or bust with the Lakers defense. You can't say he a liability, bro. Like he moves his feet better than Rudy Gobert, and Rudy Gobert is a 4-time DPOY player. You ain't never had to sit Anthony Davis down because he's getting cooked off of screens. I'm saying like Anthony Davis was stopping John Morant
You right on
drives.
that
You're
one.
not
Anthony
going to the
Davis sit
cup.
himself down. He made out of glass.
That's not his talent though. Y'all arguing he's injury prone and not his talent.
He's
He's
good.
that nice.
He's
I know
good
he that
talent
nice,
wise, but
bro.
like you be saying, tears. I can't give him that right now. He ain't showing enough.
He better than Derek
He's better
Lively.
than Derek Lively. He's better than Daniel Gafford.
He gon' I'm
I would
telling you, he
say
gonna
this:
fry them.
dog
Y'all know he
wise,
gonna
Daniel
fry.
Gafford gonna eat Anthony Davis for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. When it comes to getting them
No, he
boards,
not,
when he
man.
really needs them,
He not,
Daniel
bro.
Gafford is gonna go
Anthony
get you a
Davis
board.
averaged damn near 13 rebounds. He averaged damn near 13 rebounds, bro. It's AD,
Giannis.
bro. He's like that. Bro, you're naming a guy who's also NBA 75 and is equally talented as Anthony Davis.
Okay,
That's what I'm
so
saying. I said Anthony Davis would be top 3 as a
would you say
talent.
Anthony Davis is better than Russ?
Do you
Yeah,
want me to
answer it.
answer that? Are we talking about right now? Because I obviously said yes. He's top
Okay.
10. He's better than Russell Westbrook right now. If we talking about all time, you can have an argument for Russ, but I'll probably still favor Anthony Davis because AD in his prime is like that guy. He just not clutch. But Russell Westbrook,
All I'm gonna say, Oscar Robertson.
but Westbrook couldn't get out the first round as an
Who did he
individual
have on his
player,
team?
and 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 Anthony Davis did.
You
He
give
swept
Anthony
Dame,
Davis,
my other
Jeremy
favorite
Grant,
player.
Steven Adams, Samaj Kristen. They making the playoffs?
He literally did it. So he's done it. So yes, he's done
Damn.
it. He's done it. I can't say he ain't done it. He did.
And what happened?
They lost for sure.
Badly.
Yeah, they lost. Yeah, buddy, they lost. Yeah, buddy, cooked. But when you gave Anthony Davis Rondo, who people said was a head case, it was on his way out the league. You give him a 6'4" shooting guard and Drew Holiday. They don't have Eric Gordon anymore. And the rest is just what Ryan Anderson or somebody. Boogie Cousins was hurt. So he didn't get to play in that series when they swept the Trailblazers. And when they took, I think, the Golden State Warriors with KD to 6, it's because Anthony Davis. Like he was the engine. All 20 assists that Rondo had in that playoff run, and one of them games he had 20 assists or averaging crazy assists, bro. It's off of lobs to AD because the man is really him. He just be hurt, but as a talent, bro, he tweening 4 or 5 pick and roll if you want, a live threat if you want. He's shooting the midi. He can work from the mid post, low post, and still anchor
All of
your
that was
defense as a power
deteriorated, but
forward and play center. I mean, he just recently came off of one of his better seasons. One of his best seasons was last year, man. It's Anthony Davis. Why y'all acting like he not? Y'all don't know, man.
know about. I'm just saying. I know about ants like that, but nigga stay healthy. That was my.
I don't know. I'm gonna get off my high horse. You know what I'm saying? We can get ready to end the call. We got more pods in the works anyway. This is only basketball. You got Love of the G, the Prophet, Starvin, Marvin, Meezus, Armeezy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
This
okay.
episode this episode was also brought to you by EPN Supplements. If you're looking to tone your body and get right over this winter to be ready for next spring and summer, then try EPN Supplements. They offer fat burning tools, whey proteins, and anything you need to get your body in the best shape you can. This is Love of the G, and we signing off.